In a small, secluded town nestled deep within a forest, there stood a house on the outskirts known as Raven's Hollow. The locals spoke of it only in hushed tones, for it was said to be cursed by a tragedy that occurred many years ago. The story goes that a family once lived in the house, the Johnsons. They were a happy family until one fateful night when a violent storm swept through the valley. Lightning cracked the sky, thunder roared like an angry beast, and torrential rain pounded the earth. Amidst the chaos, a fire broke out in the Johnsons' home. Neighbors rushed to help, but it was too late. The entire family perished in the blaze, parents and their 2 children. Ever since that night, strange things began to happen in Raven's Hollow. People passing by claimed to see shadows moving behind the curtains, even though the house had long been abandoned. Others reported hearing eerie whispers carried on the wind, beckoning them to come closer. One particularly brave soul, a photographer named Emily, decided to investigate the house for herself. Armed with a flashlight and a camera, she ventured into the decaying structure, the floorboards creaking under her weight. The air inside was thick with dust and a palpable sense of unease. Emily explored the rooms cautiously, each one seemingly frozen in time. In the living room, she found old, blackened photographs on the mantel, their faces warped with heat and age. In the kitchen, dishes lay shattered on the floor, as if dropped in haste. Upstairs, the children's rooms were untouched, their toys gathering dust as if waiting for little hands that would never play with them again. As Emily reached the attic, she felt a chill run down her spine. It was here, according to local legend, that the fire had started. The air grew colder, and the atmosphere seemed to thicken with sorrow. Just as she was about to turn back, Emily heard a faint sound, a child's laughter echoing in the darkness. Heart pounding, she followed the sound to a small corner of the attic. There, she found an old, weathered diary hidden beneath a pile of debris. Its pages were yellowed with age, but the words inside were clear and haunting. The diary belonged to the youngest Johnson child, Sarah, who wrote of her fears of the house and the shadows that danced at night. Suddenly, a gust of wind slammed the attic door shut behind Emily, plunging her into darkness. She fumbled for her flashlight, heart racing as she heard footsteps approaching from the shadows. Panicking, she whispered a desperate plea for help. Just as suddenly as it had begun, the footsteps ceased. The attic door creaked open on its own, and Emily stumbled out into the blinding sunlight, clutching Sarah's diary to her chest. She never returned to Raven's Hollow, but the diary revealed the tragic truth of what happened that stormy night. To this day, the house on Raven's Hollow remains abandoned, a silent witness to the secrets buried within its walls. And if you ever find yourself near that forest town, listen closely. You might just hear the faint echoes of children's laughter, carried on the wind from a house cursed by tragedy.